problems, there could be some hesitations. But once you're part of the team, I mean, I hope the decision of switching to teams is okay for everyone, right? Because we are getting everything under one roof, and it's way more easy to manage and to understand. Or you could say, once we are into it, it's completely all right. I mean, this is what I thought of, and I hope it's okay for everyone. Okay. Now going ahead, apart from this national portals, national government website, what we could even do more is what are the other areas from where we could collect this information about it, you can say government information and all, is another area. Let me what I could do is I could just go into GST search online. So this is for GST searching. This is the official government website. Someone is trying to join. I don't know who came with the name of the link only. I don't know. Anyways, what you could do over here is you could actually just enter the GST number of the any company or any enterprise or any firm or something like that. Just give me a minute. I have a GST number with me as of now. Somewhere I've just kept it. Just give me a minute. If you folks have any GST number, let me just know. I'm just checking in my drawers right now if I could find any invoice, right? I just forgot to keep it ready before the class. I'm sorry for that, but just a minute, okay? Just a minute. Meanwhile, if you people have some kind of GST number or something, please just let me know so that I could just directly input it. Let me just do something on Google then. I see I'm getting some GST number, right? So this GST number is of Intex Technologies in India, limited in Odisha. What I could do is I could just copy this. I can just, just paste it over here. I can do a search. Why it's taking some time, I guess. Let me just do over here in fact. Basically what you can just easily search the name, but what on this website do we get is information about how many, you can say, dues are paid for the tax. That you can easily get, okay? And one important thing, you people could easily know it, but what we could actually even get the PAN number out of the GST. Yeah, what we could do is we could just get the PAN number out of the GST, right?
Yes.
There was an image that is circulated on Google also.
Yes, good.
Yeah, see, this is the image. So if you just ignore the first two things, you can say 22 will be the state code. For each state, there will be a different code. Okay. You can just look up on Google what would be the state code of which state, right? So state code will be the same for a single state. It will be different for different states, right? Leaving the first two and the last three digits, leaving the first through and the last three digits. Whatever you have left in between will be the PAN card, right? So on whose PAN card it is the GST number has been formed. Is it proprietorship? Is it a company? Something like that. Okay. Then alphabet. So it will be one as entity number of the same PAN holder in the state, right? Alphabet Z followed by default. So Z will be there, and the last will be a checksum digit. It will be a random digit, right? This is how we could actually extract the PAN. And any one of you could actually provide some light that do you know that you can even analyze the PAN, right? I mean, do you know how we could analyze the PAN, permanent account number? Okay, so one thing, I'm using Pop OS. I'm not using Ubuntu. I'm using Pop OS. It's a Ubuntu based distro, and I'm using KDE of it. Let me just check if there is an image for this. Yeah. So see, this is for PAN card. It's just a minute.
Yeah,
So first three digits you can say will be random alphabetical series. Here, this the fourth alphabet matters a lot. If it's P, it means it's an individual. If it's F, it means a firm. If it's C, it means a company. If it's H, it means some I don't know what it's written. H. If it's A, it's association. If it's T, if it's T, it means it's a trust. Okay. So on the basis you can start the verification. You can do a PAN analysis, saying that P. So it's personal. It means this PAN card is for an individual. It's of an individual's PAN card. And then what will be the next letter? The next letter will be the initial of the surname, the first letter of the surname. Okay. So it will be P, and if the surname is, for example, just for an example, if I'm saying Kulkarni, or if the surname is Khan, so it will be K, right? And this will be some sequential numbers from 0001 to 4 times 9, and this is the checksum digit. On this basis, the PAN card is formulated, right? So this is what actually you can check through. I'm not sure why this. Let me. Let me try to do a search by PAN, but I am not sure whether personal PAN will work over here or not. Right?
तभी हाँ बताइए कुछ
Why?
हाँ
I mean, the ultimate point is you can just go through this website. Yeah, see, personal PAN cards are not working. What you could do is you can just go into search by GSTUIN and try to use this website. You'll get a lot of nice info. And I mean, trust me, you might be thinking this as a small thing, this as something very less effective or less efficient. But one thing I'd like to tell is, trust me, this is how you can say private investigators get involved into cases. It's not something that they just know big forensic methods, or they just solve out ransomware cases and something like that. The ultimate point over here is basically that private investigators do often also involve in, you can say, PAN verification, GST analysis. They do okay. PAN analysis they do. They try to. This is how they collect the information. Background verification. It's a part of background verification, right? So try to use this website. What you could do is you can just take invoice of your any of an Amazon bill. Okay. And you can just try it out over there. So whatever is the seller over there, we can even get, I think, I am not sure whether Amazon website, I think it displays the seller GST also. Okay, I'm not sure. I mean, I just want to show how the website actually works. Like, I mean, I know you all could easily figure it out, but still, if it's done in the class, it will be more nice. So I need something which is, you can say, a not kind of a thing, not
Yes.
branded. Right. I think seller's information will be somehow present, and through which we could actually get the pan. This is of Casio, so seller will be Casio, I guess. I want a local seller, right? You could just get the point. I am OU store. I doubt it will have something. Anyways, let's not do a lot of lookup time over here. You got the idea, right? What we could do on this kind of websites, right? Now, next point. Anyone, by seeing this, anyone can guess any some more websites where you could get these kind of verification details. Anyone can think of it? No. So there is one application which you can even use.
Demoted.
Now this is an app also which you can do online also. So RTO vehicle info app. You could just install this app in your phone. It's very small and easy to use app. What you could do is you could just provide the vehicle number over here, right? And you get all the details. And I think you can do it even online. No, not this one. I just forgot the name which was there for online, but this app works out for sure very well.
RTO
I'm
vehicle
just
information.
Yeah, please install this app. It's now, yeah, so it's only for Play Store available. I'm on that site itself, right? You can actually use that app. I have personally used that app. This one that I had said yesterday. In fact, I just used that app, right? Just showing you an example. See, you get the vehicle model, vehicle color, the first few initials of the engine and the chassis, the RC issue date, the RC expiry date, the owner name. If the vehicle is, if there is a financier, who has, there is a, EMI or something like that. So who is the financier? Which company is the financier? Insurance policy number, some initials we will get, right? How much old the vehicle is, the color, the body, everything about the vehicle we will actually get it, right?
Yes.
So this is another piece of info where from where you could actually collect some stuff. And this is what actually is included. Trust me, you might be thinking as a light point, but this is what we have been doing very often in private cases, quite a lot of times, in background verification checks and all, right? So this is what is kind of essential in terms of government data ID and all, right? Apart from that, anyone who could just say any more sources? Anyone who is aware of any some other source? for collecting such kind of info. I mean, whatever was there as a part of the course, I have said those things. Anyone who is aware anything apart from this, what I've said? No one? Okay. Try to research a bit more. If you find anything, just do let me know. Right? So, any doubts till now? Any doubts for this class?
उसके बाद honestly like
I mean, yeah, we had you can say class today only on this government data analysis.
मुझे लगता
I already said you right. It will be a small, short, easy, right? But it is important.
है यार मुझे पता है कि यार मुझे ये चीज नहीं करनी
Anyone any doubts on this? No one?
नो बट
Can you just put it down in chat? All good, all clear, something like that.
उसके बाद मुझे कभी ऐसा फील आई मीन मैंने
All good for everyone. No doubts. Okay, cool then. So I'll just stop sharing the screen. I mean, that's for all for today's class, I guess, right? About the government data analysis. And as I said, it will be the very base starting of our upcoming, you can say, classes of for the upcoming, you can say, practicals that has been coming up,
मैंने
wherein a lot of
किसी
a big part about SOCMINT is there and a big part about OSINT is also there,
चीज
right? And OSINT, SOCMINT are the things as an investigator, 24/7 they are needed and 24/7 they are important, right? Because see, as in terms of PI, we don't have such powers that cops have, right? So we have to do mainly analysis on the basis on what is there on the surface level. And we are not, you can say, illegal hackers also, that we can be without any permission and consent, we can just hack off. So whatever initially, whatever we have to do, we always have to be on the surface level.
इसलिए मैंने किया था यार लगेगा बट मेरी बात सुन पहले ही दो
Right.
चाहिए और मैं इसको ड्रैग ऑन नहीं करना चाहता समझ तुम अच्छा समझ रही है मेरी बात को
So if it's okay, we could even wind up for today. And topic for tomorrow will be, what we will do is we will try to analyze what are the things that we could actually get online, right? We will start a bit of social media kind of thing tomorrow, not a direct deep dive, but a beginning of it, saying that what are the social media platforms and what are the information that the social media platforms is storing about, considering the fact that you are a PI, someone is providing you the password of their social media of the suspect or the password of the victim or whatever, what all info you could collect from the social media platforms, from Google account, from FB, what are the info that you collect from phone accounts, how to do a collection, again some few useful apps that I'm going to tell you tomorrow for phone detail collection, right? And small kind of a small forensic exercise also we are going to perform for phone. This will be the agenda for tomorrow. And yeah, the practicals part are like this, right? And trust me, practicals, we will, it's not something that we have a dedicated practical on a single topic, so we need to focus on all the time. This course contains a lot of different practicals, even if they are small, we have included it, right? This is what, in terms of PI, we have designed the course, right? The practicals will be winded off, quickly. So Well, that's all for today then, I guess.
No.
If anyone, I'm just repeating, if anyone is not yet able to join the Teams platform properly, if yet anyone is not able to understand the usage of Teams, right, do let me know. Or if anyone who wants to change their email or wants to get added through some other another email, do let me know. Once you're in the team, nothing is very complex, right? All you need to do is go into the Teams tab. Whenever the meeting will start, you will see a join button. That's all. Notes, files, everything. I'll just update by tomorrow. Everything will find under one place. Right? So if there are no questions, we can just wind off. No doubt. Okay then. I think it's all good for everyone. Thanks everyone for joining. We will meet tomorrow the same time. Have a good night.